Oh, well, Jughead, he was a nice guy. Well, Jug's, some of his circle of Indian friends, one of them owned a car dealership in Onaville. And they had a 57 Chevy, wanted me to run theirs, and I said sure. And I come in from running a heat, and it was a bear to drive and really hot in the cab. And there's one of them holding a orange pop, bottle of orange pop. I said, how about a swig of that? You know, I'm steaming and my mouth's full of dust and stuff. I take that thing and I tip it up to take a swig, and it's spiked. Holy hell, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I spit it all over him, you know. And when the feature was over, they'd let them little kids come out and stand between the guard fence and the track, the main fence, you know, the wheel fence, I guess you call it. And I guess one night they come out and started crawling in, and I said, sure, you know. And it got to be a big thing. When I'd win, I think they only done it to me, but they would come out and this car right here, I drove that into the pits when it was so covered with kids. I had to back up to get up over the little hump to get in the pits. It was dragging so heavy it would spin. And
that car had such a long trunk on it.
Oh,
there was a lot of room for us kids.
Was you one of them?
I rode on that car one night. Yep, you had a big long trunk.
Yeah, well, I today yet every once in a while somebody remembers riding with me on that car. I thought it was great. Well, I'm changing a universal joint right up in a good friend of mine's pickup truck with an air punch, trying to save time, you know, and the spall come off the end of the air punch, went right through the center of my eye, clear back into the retina.
Oh gosh.
And
this would have been about when?
Probably 70, 71, around there.
So you're still racing it? I mean, you're still racing at the time?
Yeah. And he gave me a pill. He said it's a muscle relaxant. I took one at the bottom of boot jack, which hill you guys come up.
Right.
By the top of boot jack, I was pretty damn good. and I was supposed to take, I think it might have been 4 a day. I can't remember whether it was 3 or 4. But whenever I took the last one that I was supposed to take for that day, then I was drunk. And that was more than I needed. I discovered that. But oh yeah,
Of fans. What was it like up there?
oh, it was really like in '57 or '58. They built a new big restroom complex. I think it was a firecracker. You know, they got to doing fireworks, and them fireworks was a great thing for when they'd have a big show and fireworks. The races were filling the place, but the fireworks even added to it. And 4th of July weekend race or something. Plus they were having the fireworks, which they had more than just on 4th of July later on. But that you know, the pits is on one end of Stateline, and you know, nothing but bathrooms and stuff on the other end. But the people were standing around that turn there, 8 deep at least, and the grandstands, of course, were full. And standing clear up to the grandstands, and that's quite a, you know, it's quite a ways around that bottom there. And anyhow, they stopped the feature in the middle of the race, and here people had got up on top of them bathrooms, and they got it so heavy the roof broke through.
Oh gosh.
And they stopped the race to get the ambulances down there and stuff to take care of the people. How booming it was, you know. And that's when I used to look at the crowd, and for some reason I could run better that night.
Laughing about Jim.
Oh, he's a wonderful guy. He's got personality, and oh man, I think I could never get over it. I'm pretty sure Jim put a lot more into racing than he ever got out of it. And but what a you know, enjoy. I'm pretty sure nobody ever took more fun out of racing than Jim did either. To me, there was a lot of good people in this race. They weren't all as smart as financially, maybe, or, you know, it was all love of what they were doing that made them do it and stuff. And they weren't there. They were there enjoying themselves, no matter how hard they were working and stuff. And I got this theory about democracy and stuff, you know, about freedom. I'm a great believer in freedom. Even an animal like mine, I don't like to ever leash it. I have to some now, but this, to me, the racetrack was the ultimate freedom, because even though they'd done some squalling about things and stuff and about rules, once you got on the track, I was never at a racetrack where anybody didn't get paid for the position he finished. I never seen anybody disqualified for hitting somebody or for dirty driving. You know, that all got settled among the participants, you know, in one way or another. Sometimes pretty obvious, and sometimes. But and some of the wildest guys, if you just was civil to them and friendly, I had guys that I thought really were raucous about the way they run against other guys. Just being civil with them in the pits and stuff. Just make an effort to go talk to the guy, say hello, and I always thought I got treated wonderful by a bunch of them guys that I seen them hit other people just literally to pay them back or for the devilment of it, you know. And I never thought I got much of that.
Just that 13 years or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Won 44 races just at Stateline. We aren't even talking about Erie yet.
I didn't realize I'd done that good. I always thought I could run up the front, but I had years like you say, I won the points without winning the feature.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but you were second and third and fourth every night too, though. You were cashing checks.
yeah.